What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're still under construction here. We've been doing a lot. I know it's been taking a minute, but these doors are gonna go on, and then our oven will actually be done. As you can see, we got the hitch back. We're actually gonna throw that on today. I'm gonna try and assemble as much of this rear end as I can. I may need bulb sockets for the tail lights, but regardless, I'll at least get the tail lights set in there to get a kind of a look. I want to get the tailgate on, get all the stoppers and stuff back in, and pretty much get that thing to latch in the correct place. The other thing is the rear bumper. I would like to throw that on because this has been like the thing that's been done for the longest time. All this was, I'm pretty sure, was shot first, but all this is done, and I want to throw it on, but I'm looking for the bumper brackets. I had them, then I didn't, then I had them again, and now I don't again. No idea where they went. We have a couple sets laying around that we can use, worst comes to worst, but I really want to get the whole rear end put together and get this thing ready for a bed liner. Guys, so here's where we're at. We got the tail lights in, tailgates on, hitches on. I'm still missing the bumper brackets. No idea where those are at. So I need to find some. Could steal them off another truck or order some, but I got to find the bumper brackets. And then also throwing the tailgate up here, I wanted to, you know, just say buff some of this dust and stuff that's stuck to the paint off, just to make sure that this paint matched this paint after we just dealt with what we did on the doors. However, I wonder if you guys can see on camera. Pretty much, I guess from this angle is the best determination here that, yeah, there you see it. This and that, maybe up here it's a little better, but down here not so much. Even that you could see in this shot that, I mean, I shot this so long ago, but even the taillights, that's a shade off as well. So I'm actually gonna have to respray this tailgate. Now, I've got some paint. I should have enough paint, but a couple other secrets. I seen the comments and I didn't know this was possible, but turns out it actually is. So obviously the 7.3 bumper, I opted for the one without the valance like plastic. Well, turns out there's a bumper like this and it fits the bumper plastic, and then there's also a second plastic. Well, the second plastic should bolt up to this. I actually ordered a second plastic. So now we've got the lower valance on the way. We've got bed caps and a tailgate to respray. We should have all the way up to, I think it goes up to about here. We should have a lower valance for this truck. So I'm gonna get that sprayed pink as well, but that's on the way. That's gonna clean up the front end, hide a bunch of like that cross member and stuff. So we'll get the valance on here, and it'll obviously bring us a longer front end so it doesn't look so stubby, even though I kind of like how it looks with the 7.3 bumper, modified 6.0 grille, and like the 6.0 style headlights. However, in all this, I did make a list of what is left on this truck, and I know it's getting frustrating because I want it to be done too. Wow, that thing looks really, really long on camera, but I want this thing to be done too, and I'm just getting you know, frustrated with it here because it's like the last couple things. According to this list, we've got 7. Paint all the stuff I just said because we need to paint that. Other than that, the bed liner and then the next 3 kind of go hand in hand, but the bed liner needs done. Exhaust, got to take that downtown, get polished, and then obviously the stack and the stack hole. So I mean, that's a kind of all in one. Do all that so I can put the exhaust on, and obviously with the bed liner. Now we put a FAS on it. Truck starts a lot better. It feels like it's getting all the fuel it needs. However, ICP sensor is still flooded with oil, so I got to get one of those. IPR valve, I figure while I'm in there, might as well swap that because that's 2 problems. And then me thinking me, obviously the truck's got a quarter million miles, so injectors, they got to be either on their way out or whatever. That's the only thing left that can literally be our low power issue. And I'm just tired of, like, this is the problem with Fords, is it's a constant cycle of you have this issue, but this part, that part, and that part all can give you that issue. And then after you fix the 3 parts, you're like, well, there's also this other thing that's either simpler or more difficult that also could cause this issue. So like standard issues for the problems I'm having are pretty much everything I fixed. Fuel pump, in-tank filters, cold air intake. Now we're gonna go to the ICP sensor and the IPR valve. So pretty much this whole truck's gonna have everything new, but at the same time, it's got a quarter million miles. The injectors are probably womped. So like I said, if that ICP sensor doesn't change it, chances are I'm just gonna go down the rest of the list. IPR valve and injectors. I mean, like I'm saying, it's got a quarter million miles on it. They've pumped their whole life for 23 years, and I think they're just on their way out. So at that point, it's like, cool, that sucks. But if we're gonna do injectors, might as well spend a couple extra $100 on a tune and some 100 overs or something, and just make this thing crazy for no reason. So that's kind of where I'm at, and that's why it really sucks, because it's like I just want to get this thing done and 1, drive it, but 2, also just like complete this project. But that's Fords, man. It's like one thing after another after another. That's why I kind of stayed away from it. I love this body style, but like, or, you know, was my first truck too, so it's like a lot of things, but man, it's always like down the line with these things. I'm gonna get an ICP sensor and probably an IPR valve ordered, have those come, swap them out, see if it at all helps anything. If it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well. But at the same time, I have a feeling that we're gonna have to make our way down the line to injectors. And when I do injectors, you might as well do valve cover harness, gasket, that thing, and while you're in there, you just got to do the glow plugs, because they're right there. So yeah, that's where I'm at on this. It's like you went from, oh, could be a fuel filter, to now we're doing everything to the motor, which is just Fords for you. But anyway, that's where we're at. Like I said, if it's the injectors, then we're going to do the glow plugs, valve cover gasket, and that harness. And obviously this thing is like spitball aligned by me, so it needs the actual alignment. Then we got to polish the whole truck and rock lights. The list isn't long. The stuff isn't that crazy to get this thing into like one piece. And obviously tighten the track bars there, but there's not a lot left whatsoever. And well, the list goes on, I guess, but there's not a lot left for this thing. But I said, I just want to finish it up, and we've got, like I said, a handful of things to do to get there. I'm going to order those sensors, the valve, bumper brackets, and then I also need to figure out taillight wise. These are just kind of sitting in here, but for theatrical effect. If we look at this, well, obviously I got this taped up, but this will go in the light bulb socket. However, this thing here, yeah, this other end socket seems to be missing. So I'm gonna need one of these, and then I need all the light bulb sockets and connectors for this. So there's 2 of them. I need both of the light bulb connectors. I might have some of them. I need those to get these fully put in, but those look really good. Obviously those match the bed perfectly, and then the tailgate's just a hair off, so this needs sprayed anyway. Also, when we're doing the bed sides, this thing kept clipping and hitting anyway, so sides of these are a little dinged up. Down here's a little dinged up, so I'm not too worried about it. It needs painted anyway. And then we can finally put these emblems on the back too. We haven't really got a side profile from this angle in so long on this truck, but it looks really good all put together. Obviously, once this thing's all cleaned and tinted, it's just gonna look really, really sharp. Obviously with the bumper too, it needs that little piece back there to really complete this look, but it looks good the way it is, and obviously our front valance gonna pull this together also. So this upcoming week, guys, it's actually gonna be crazy because this needs done. There's a couple color matches that need done. I'm gonna order parts, and when they come in, we could tackle this. But this thing needs done and striped. We gotta do that, and obviously I wanna start the Bronco and the Wrangler and get all that stuff going. First gens, there's just a list, but it's like, this thing's holding me up, and it's like, oh, it sucks, but so we're almost there. However, if everything goes as planned, the oven should be done shortly, and we can powder coat the wheels for that thing. Gotta go get some more rock wool for this. Heat insulation, fireproof stuff. And yeah. But yeah, upcoming this week, it should be crazy. Hopefully those parts come in a timely manner. I'm actually gonna try and order OEM Ford, IPR, and ICP sensors, because I just don't want to deal with any of the aftermarket ones failing. I just don't want to deal with the problems, because obviously that's a standard problem on all these trucks. And then rock lights too. Rock lights need done. That's just gonna take a day. And trust me, I already see the comments. Everyone's like, oh, this thing's taking forever. It's never gonna be done. But I told you, like this year, I'm trying to show you guys the real side of this, where it's like, everything's not literally butterflies and rainbows and everything's pretty. This is what happens. Like I said, the list got so short, and then now it's like, okay, well, the 3 problems I thought were the issue are not the issue, so now we gotta work our way back. Figured out, I don't even care if there's injectors in that thing, because it'll drive absolutely insane with like 100 over injectors on that, and it's just gonna be sick at that point, so I really don't care. And me being me, I had it to a point where I was like, should I throw injectors in this? Should I not? What do I do? When I was doing all the turbo and stuff. But now I'm just like thinking back, like I should have just did it while everything was apart instead of 2-stepping, and now we gotta take it all apart again to put injectors in there if we get to that point. This is what happens. You start with something so simple, and then now we're here, and then just trying to keep it real with you guys and show you guys how this building process actually works, actually goes. And yeah, the camera can, 1, hide a lot of things, but 2, like if I didn't even point this out, probably a lot of you wouldn't even notice. Like, oh look, it's pink. I could have just told you there's no difference, but I'm just pointing out that there is a difference in that paint too. You can hide it all, you can, but I'm just telling you this is what really happens. Figuring this out, which is no issue as well, because when I got this tailgate, this was dented. You know, bang this out with a hammer, a little body filler down here. This looks good, but there's also a dent here. And now that I see this, there's kind of a little bit of a, I can see the sanding marks and scratches right here. They're very faint, but that's just me looking hard at it. So that needs, it works out, because when we sand it flat and repaint it, you're not going to be able to see those, obviously, because we're going to be filling those all in, because we'll get the surface completely flat before we shoot it. So yeah, guys, the $3,500 mud truck might have some crazy injectors and actually be an animal in a few short weeks here. I'm going to literally, within 2 weeks, I'm telling myself that now, but I'm hoping nothing else comes up. Within 2 weeks, that thing should be all together. So should this, because like I said, it just needs striped, and then the hood and the trunk and that stuff needs striped too. So literally just those, and put this thing on. This can get out of here, that can get out of here. This oven should be done. So like 2 weeks, this whole place is gonna look completely different and clean and probably organized, because the construction and the other construction is no longer in place. So yeah, guys, and like I said, next video you're gonna see some crazy stuff. I'll explain it all in the video if possible for that Hellcat. And then yeah, so that's what you'll probably see in the next video. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I don't know why you would, but if you did, shoot this video a thumbs up. If you haven't been here before, please get down there, click subscribe, drop me a comment while you're down there. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, I promise it's gonna pick up here soon, but little things after little things, guys. So take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.